Hello dear student, today I am going to teach you nuclear fission and atom bomb, and we are going to discuss about nuclear fission. During nuclear fission, nucleus of atom break up into lighter, lower atomic number nuclei. That means when nuclear fissions happen, what happens is that atoms of higher atomic nuclei, atoms of heavier atomic nuclei break down into atoms of lower atomic nuclei. That means higher atomic nuclei break into lighter atomic nuclei. That is the nuclear fission. And during nuclear fission, large amount of energy is released. German scientists Otto Hahn and F. Strassmann in 1939 found that heavy unstable nuclear uranium, when bombarded with neutrons, it exploded into fragments, and two fragments are formed. One is barium and other is krypton. Here is the reaction. This is the uranium. When it bombarded with neutron, it forms barium. One part is barium and one part is krypton. Beside that, 3 neutrons are also produced and energy are also produced. These 3 neutrons again bombarded with other uranium, and it will produce same reaction again. So it will, what happen is that there will be chain reaction. First, 1 neutron produce 3 neutron, and these 3 neutron again bombarded to other uranium and produce more neutron. In this way, more and more neutron will produce, and it will bombard more and more uranium, and in this way large amount of energy is produced during nuclear fission. So it's the chain reaction. So due to chain reaction, large amount of energy is produced in nuclear fission. So nuclear fission is that type of reaction. It is a process in which atom of higher atomic nuclei bombarded with neutron, and it will produce atom of lower atomic nuclei with release of tremendous amount of energy. Now we are going to know the practical application of nuclear fission. Nuclear fission is applied in atom bomb. Atom bomb and devastating consequence to mankind in World War II. We are going to discuss about this. And during World War II, atom bomb was first time used in the history of warfare. What happened is that on the morning of 6 August 1945, American B-29 bomber named Enola Gay dropped the first atomic bomb on the Hiroshima of Japan. During this time, 60,000 to 80,000 people were killed instantly, and not only that, many more people died of the long-term effect of radiation produced due to the atom bomb. And the second thing is, on the morning of 9th August, second atomic bomb was dropped by America. It was dropped on Nagasaki city of Japan. During this time also, 40,000 people were killed instantly, and 1/3 of the city was destroyed. This was the devastating effect of atom bomb during World War II. Now let us discuss about the nuclear reactor. We have already studied nuclear fission. During fission reaction is we can carry fission reaction by bombarding uranium nucleus with neutron, and during fission reaction induced by neutron, in case of uranium nucleus, reaction will proceed in chain reaction, because during first bombardment 3 neutrons are produced. These 3 neutrons again bombard it and produce more and more neutron. In this way, chain reaction will occur, and this will produce large amount of energy in very short time. To use that tremendous amount of energy for welfare work, we have to control that uncontrollable chain reaction. And to do this, we have to know the idea of nuclear reactor. Nuclear reactor is such an arrangement in which nuclear fission reaction is controlled by using, it can be controlled by using cadmium rod, and it will stop the chain reaction. So we have to know that nuclear reactor has to be operated in safe and secure way, otherwise it will cause great destruction or nuclear disaster. So nuclear reactor, we have to careful about the nuclear reactor, because if any mistake is done in case of nuclear reactor, the uncontrollable chain reaction will spread outside. If it spread outside, it will cause great devastation. This is the idea of nuclear reactor. We use cadmium rod to control the neutron, and if uncontrollable chain reaction is controlled, the energy which it produces can be utilized for production of energy by which we can generate electricity, and that can be utilized for welfare work. Now let us discuss about the Chernobyl disaster. It was a nuclear accident occurred at Chernobyl nuclear power plant on date 26 April 1886, place Ukraine of Soviet Union. Reason: nuclear meltdown in one of the reactor. Disaster caused by destruction of nuclear reactor. This is an example, Chernobyl disaster. In the place of Chernobyl nuclear power plant which is in the Ukraine of Soviet Union in 26 April 1886. The reason of the disaster is that nuclear meltdown in one of the reactor, and its effect is that it caused devastation of immense magnitude, and it caused great destruction. It not only affect Russia at that time, but spread across the border of Russia into the neighboring country of Europe. So these are the cases of Chernobyl disaster. It occurred in Chernobyl nuclear power plant, date 26 April 1886, place Ukraine of Soviet Union. Reason: nuclear meltdown in one of the reactor. Effect: it caused devastation of immense magnitude. It not only affect Russia but also spread across its border into neighboring country of Europe. Now let us discuss about the Fukushima disaster. It was also the nuclear disaster, nuclear accident. It occurs on March 2011, place Japan. The cause of Fukushima disaster is power failure at the reactor due to meltdown of 3 nuclear reactor by natural disaster tsunami. Tsunami caused meltdown of 3 nuclear reactor. Due to this power failure at the reactor, and its effect is radioactive fuel released into the surrounding area or surrounding environment, and radiation is spread to nearby area. This is the case of Fukushima disaster. It's a nuclear accident, nuclear disaster. It occurred on March 2011, place Japan. The cause of nuclear disaster is power failure at the reactor due to meltdown of 3 nuclear reactor by tsunami, and its effect is radioactive fuel released into the surrounding environment and spread radiation in nearby area. Now let us discuss about the fusion reaction. It is a reverse of fission reaction. It is reverse because during nuclear fission reaction, a higher atomic nucleus is disintegrated into lower atomic nucleus, but during fusion, lower atomic nucleus united together to form a higher atomic nucleus. So lighter nuclei element with low atomic number fuse into one another to form a heavier nucleus in case of fusion. So it is reverse of fusion reaction. It also releases huge amount of energy. Fusion reaction also releases huge amount of energy. A most efficient fusion reaction is combination of 4 hydrogen atom to form a helium nucleus. To form a 1 helium nucleus. This is when 4 hydrogen atom combines, it will form a nucleus of helium. It form a nucleus of helium with production of energy, which produce more energy. It is the most efficient fusion reaction. So energy of stars. What is the source of energy of star? If question asked, then the source of energy of star is nuclear fusion. In the core of the sun and the star, 4 atoms of hydrogen combine together to form a helium nucleus. When this happens, huge amount of energy is released in this process. So this type of reaction occur again and again inside the sun. So large amount of energy or huge amount of energy is produced inside the sun. The source of energy of sun and star is nuclear fusion. This is important for you. And due to high pressure, Now question is, why nuclear fusion reaction occur inside the sun? This is because inside the sun and star, due to high pressure and due to high temperature, fusion reaction is possible inside the sun. This is the case of fusion reaction. It is opposite to fission reaction. You have to keep in mind. And what you have to know is this reaction, 4 hydrogen combine with each other to form a helium nucleus, and it will produce tremendous amount of energy. And the energy of stars and so on are the fusion reaction. And the last thing is, why fusion reaction is possible inside the sun or star is because due to high pressure and high temperature. This much for today. Thank you very much.